Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our program tonight is Equal Freedom for All Children, Equal Educational Freedom for All Children. It's sponsored by the Knights of Columbus, Archbishop Michael J. Curley Assembly of the 4th Degree, and St. John the Master Council of the 3rd Degree. We have with us here this evening Robert S. Marlowe, Executive Director for Citizens for Educational Freedom, a national organization headquartered in Washington, D.C. Bob is also Vice President of the Board of the Council for Educational Freedom in America, Incorporated. He's on the Board of Americans for Choice in Education and has been active in educational freedom since 1968. Bob has lived in the county since 1935 and attended county schools and graduated from the University of Maryland. Bob, this program about educational vouchers, what is the goal of your organization?
Charlie, I believe our goal is the same as it is for every other concerned citizen in our country. We want the best possible educational experience for every child. Now, I think everybody agrees with that goal. The difficulty is getting agreement on the ways to reach it. Speaking very broadly, there's two views on this issue. There's one group that we might call the establishment. They feel basically, we'll keep the system, we'll just keep improving it. It's just a question of more money and more time. And let me make it very clear that these people are wonderful people. They're fine. They're trying to do the very best they can. We have no argument with them in that sense. But in that group, you'll find the huge teachers' unions. You'll find the state and school boards of education, the Variety National Association of School Boards Principals, and the textbook publishing firms, the National PTA. It's a very powerful group. They control the money and they control the media by and large. Now, as I say, they do believe just by perfecting the system, they can make it better. On the other group is where I would fall in, and more people are doing this. They're calling themselves reformers. Basically, we feel that it's the problem is the system itself. We believe that the system, by sticking with the status quo, is just going to keep the same people in power, and they basically will not have to do anything different. Now, what we're encouraged by is what's happening all around the globe. People all over the world are trying to seek self-determination to control their own lives. And we feel we've got to apply this to education in the United States. So, we're not anti-American. We're certainly not wild-eyed ideologues. We're not trying to disrupt our society. What we're trying to do is make it better for all children.
Right. What historical justification is there for the government monopolizing education?
Well, as you know, it started out with the Pilgrims and people like that. They wanted the children to learn to read and write so they could read the Bible. Right. And every school started in the United States, probably up to the 1840s, was church-run. In fact, every one of the Ivy League colleges started out as a church-run school. All the founding fathers went to schools that taught religion just as an integral part of everything else. So what happened in basically 1840, Horace Mann was the superintendent of schools in the state of Massachusetts, and he believed that, instead, he was a lawyer, he never taught. He believed that we could do better by having the government run the schools. And interestingly enough, he said that the schools would teach the great common truths of Christianity. So he wasn't against religion in the schools by any means. So what happened is this system didn't get off the ground until about roughly 1880. The so-called non-government schools flourished. They weren't giving in at all.